Welcome back to the Steady Show. Thanks for liking and subscribing. So today, we're going to talk about the ballots or the bullets, the power of your vote. You know, hit the like button. We're going to talk about it right now. Historians, you know that was the title of a speech that was delivered by Malcolm X. I believe one of them was at the Corey Methodist Church somewhere between April 3rd and 12th, 1964. He delivered one at Corey and I believe one at another church called King Solomon. But the point is, the ballot or the bullet, it was one of his famous speeches.
What can the white man use now to fool us?
Where he spoke about a lot of things, but I'm using the title of the speech, but I'm not speaking on it in terms of the context here in America, even though in a lot of ways it does relate, because he was talking about people, how they voted, how they make those decisions.
Trump's win continues to destroy the personal lives of the people who voted for him. A divorce lawyer online wrote the following, quote, "I had 14 potential new clients schedule consultations for divorce over the past 3 days."
People getting divorced, breaking off engagements because of politics. Politicians have never emphasized the importance of voting. They only talk about the importance of voting for them. There's a difference. In this election, Jamaica has the choice between black nationalism and FinSat number 2. Government greed and corruption. That is what is on the ballot. Jamaica, we need to take a leaf out of the book of the United States of America. We're not saying that they made the right decision in voting for Trump, but we are saying they made the right decision when it comes to sticking together and preserving what's important to them. Stop, sell out your vote for $5,000 or whatever they might give to you. It is time we cut it out. Your vote is your voice, and you need to understand that. And let me tell you something. It is not your birthday. It is not Christmas Day. It's not any of those special days that is your most powerful day. Those days may be your favorite day, like me love Christmas Day. Me love my birthday. Me love New Year's Day. Most of us love New Year's Day. But those may be our favorite days, but guess what? They are not our most powerful day. Our most powerful day is election day. Because election day is when you get to decide who gets to run the country, who gets to run your constituency, from MP to councillor to community leaders, people in business and so on. You, the single voter, make that decision. And do not be fooled. It is because we are in a democracy that somebody like Mark Golding, Tapanaris Mark Golding, who by his own words say, "I'ma look out for Tapanaris people for them come run Jamaica." They wouldn't business about poor people. They don't love y'all. It is just that the country is run by a democracy. And your vote is what democracy is all about. Giving you a say. In countries where there are kingdoms and there is a king, there is no democracy. The king rules. The king rules in those countries. So in a democracy, you get to decide who run the country. You see the song we played earlier on with Tony Rebel? When he made that song, probably sometime in the 90s, Tony Rebel said, "What a nice place to live. Sweet jam dung. The only problem is dollars now run." Tony was saying that when? 80s, 90s? And look at how well we are doing in Jamaica right now. We have way more dollars today than we did then. And we know so the real problem is, even though we have economic challenges still, the real problem is crime and violence. So if Tony Rebel was making that record today, he probably would say, "So what a nice place to live. Sweet jam dung. The only problem is too much long gone." And that he would have said. Jamaica, we have a choice, we have a choice between the ballot and the bullet. It's either we vote to keep this government here in an office, or we risk what we've built over these last 8 years, Nobody now talk about it, but crime is reducing under the JLP. We just see whole heap of training are going, people are graduate, all kind of resources. So we have a choice right now. It's either we select Andrew Holness on the ballot. We need to use the ballot because the ballot is our voice to have a say in making Jamaica and keeping Jamaica better, to further reduce crime and to deal with the problem of crime and violence in Jamaica.
That the government is committed to the transformation of the JCF. The real transformation is when the people you serve, all by unified acclaim, say that the force has transformed. But transformation, as you know, it's a process. It takes time. It's not going to happen overnight.
We have to choose the ballot. We have to vote, or we will be choosing the bullet. We will be shooting down our own prosperity. Choose the ballot and not the bullet. Let us not continue to let Jamaica be destroyed by the bullet because we are voting for party who support criminal elements, Jamaica. Choose the ballot, vote, and keep JLP in office. Silence the bullet with your ballot. Vote to keep Jamaica safe. Too much places in Jamaica right now have crime and violence right now. Places like Manchester, Westmoreland, all those places full of violence and crime because we've allowed the gun and the bullet to take over the country. Choose to vote to continue to reduce crime and do not vote for Mark Golding and PNP who refuse to play their part in controlling crime.
I don't just come and take figures glibly. I take my responsibility seriously. Now you better, as Minister of National Security, stop this nonsense of telling people about, well, it is all our responsibility and nationally we must join together. When I was leader of opposition of government business, I came to you, Mr. Bunting, and I, Mr. Speaker, member from Central Manchester, and I sat with you when this nation had the greatest opportunity to bring crime under control. I came to you and I sat with you and I said to you, join us. We have criminals on the retreat. We were uprooting the criminal gangs, and I asked you, please join with us then to extend the state of emergency into St. Catherine, where we would have been able to deal with one of the most dangerous criminal gangs in Jamaica. And you, member from Central Manchester, refused. Had we done that, we would have uprooted the most dangerous criminal gang in Jamaica. And today, Jamaicans would have benefited from the safer country. But you played politics then. And you are trying to play politics now. I will not allow you to do it. Jamaica will not allow you to do it. Don't ever come in here and try to bring politics in this. Don't disrespect me. You're out of order.
Aligning themselves with criminals and I tell lie on stage about this and that and the third. I will not call none of them names, but you don't know what I go on already. Choose the ballot. Vote for a good and a peaceful Jamaica. Don't vote for people who do not take the problem of crime and violence seriously. Look how Andrew Holness affair deal with them in the parliament. And look how they must sabotage the country's effort. Do not vote for these people. They cannot fix crime and they cannot run an economy. Choose JLP on the ballot, or else you will be choosing the bullet, shooting down your future and your children's future. Do not go back Jamaica. May I want to know. I want to know. We see where Andrew Holness talk about the fact that when Peter Bunting was the Minister of Justice, he went to him at a point where they had the opportunity to tear down the whole heap of violence that had take place in the garrison them in a Spanish town and all about. With these gangs, especially the gangs them run by Tessa Miller and Blackman and all of those people. And these guys continued, these guys objected to state of emergency. We remember even Peter Bunting giving gun license to people of questionable character, people who had criminal records. And these are the people that want to run the country. And here is PNP in a 2024, they're on stage, just like Manley did with criminal, gunman, murderer. And we're good with it. Gunman and murderer. People in Jamaica, we have a decision to make. Decent people who love to sit down on a yard when it comes to election. You have a decision because the upcoming election is going to be the most consequential election Jamaica has ever seen. And let me tell you why. Similar to 1989, the only choice we have is, do we want to continue on a positive path, or do we want to risk our present prosperity and our future and our children's future just because we like color and because somebody put a little something in our hand? And just because many of us, we don't like to work, we got to be careful with our votes. Our votes will vote powerful people. Please go out and vote by election day and vote JLP too. Vote JLP. And them I build up Jamaica. Don't vote for color, vote for prosperity and the preservation. Listen, man. If you vote for PNP or you fail to vote for JLP, knowing that they are the better party and the PNP win the election, you participated in that by not voting. Because not voting is also voting for the victorious party. Do not make it a gamble. Jamaica people, civil servants, public servants, uno need to step up to the plate this time. People who are benefit in the private sector, uno need to step up this time. People who are gainfully employed, uno need to step up this time. Notice, you know, as much as a lot of people love to look down on and think poorly of the poor people them who run up and down pan bus and truck and make up all the noise on election, these are the people who've been deciding the elections. These are the people that intelligent and brilliant people at them wanna make control the election. So we need an active plan. We need a plan and a strategy to get everybody who's working and who's benefiting under the government, under this government, people who have suffered under the PNP. I don't care what you do, I don't care if you're a nurse, lawyer, doctor, teacher, police, soldier, no matter what you do, preserve the prosperity.
20%. Generally, murders are trending down, and we are at about a 20% reduction. First time we are seeing this in a little while. Nevertheless, there are persons who still hold the view that crime is out of control. And we can understand that because you're coming from a place where the crime rate was very high. Very high. But your government that you have elected since 2016 has more than tripled the budget and spend on national security. What we have spent
on national security since 2016 surpasses the entire national security budget for the last 30 years.
Dr. Andrew Holness just said that they spent more money between 2016 and the current than what in the last 30 years. And that's very, very telling. You really have criminals and criminal-minded people running the PNP. The PNP is not a choice for Jamaica, not at this juncture in our history. And so, for the young people, them, right now, we are dependent on all the conscious people. All the people who know, say, PNP, they have not been doing what they're supposed to do. It's time now you step up to the plate and do the patriotic thing and vote for the JLP. It's just the right thing to do for yourself and your family. Wanna see what go on at the US right now? People that demonstrate and even people who voted for the Republicans now realize that they literally voted against their own self-interest. And President Trump is not even in office. Jamaica, we have a decision to make. Are we going to choose our party above our family and above our own well-being? I would suggest you choose the ballot and vote for the JLP. And don't shoot to yourself by voting against your own self-interest. So go in the comments and let me know what you think right now. This is a steady saying. Thank you so much for viewing. We did a good job last month in bringing in 1,000 subscribers. We continue to grow, so continue to subscribe and support the Steady Show. Again, remember, if you want to get in touch with me, thesteadyboss@gmail.com. You can send me a number. I'll get back to you. Let me know what you think right now in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe. Steady.